What's going on, everyone? It's time for another film review. Today we're going to talk about a horror thriller called The Black Phone. It was released January 24th, 2022, and it was directed by Scott Derrickson. If that name sounds familiar, well, he's the one who did Sinister 2, Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, and even better than those movies, he did like The Exorcism of Emily Rose and Deliver Us from Evil. This has a box office earning of over $161 million. Yeah, The Black Phone. Well, Ethan Hawke stars as a child kidnapper who kidnaps young boys in a small town. I think it takes place in the 80s and stuff. And yeah, his latest captive is a little more resilient and trying to find his way out and do it. But while he's held captive, the phone, supposedly defunct phone, rings, and he's able to talk to the kids who were captured before him, and yeah, they talk him through and help him set traps and stuff like that. And in the meantime, his younger sister, who they grew up in a dysfunctional home with their alcoholic father, basically she's telepathic in a way, and yeah, police. She works with the police to try to track him down, and try so they could try to save him. Yeah, this is an interesting film. It's shot just like Sinister. It's dark, creepy, eerie, gross feeling, and yeah, it's just a really odd type of film. It was way different than I was expecting it to be. It's more. This is more of a thriller than a horror film. This is a thriller with like a few little spooky things mixed in here and there. Um, yeah, but overall, it's beautifully shot. I love the way like the cinematography was done for this film. It looks really good and has a really nice bleak atmosphere. You really feel for the family and stuff when the kidnappings happen and stuff. Ethan Hawke plays quite the menacing character as a villain in a sick, twisted mind. And it also has some interesting things that you could take from like Ted Bundy and other kidnappers and killers from in the past, and they kind of incorporate little bits of each and to make this interesting, more methodical kidnapper in the story. And yeah, it works. And yeah, so the writing in this film is actually pretty decent and stuff. It has your typical Hollywood jump scares, which didn't work for me at all. They didn't really have good setups or anything like that, so I thought they're kind of just a waste of time. They're just there to please like a little more horror crowd, I think. And but it works for some people apparently, I've heard, and that. But yeah, and it does have some creepy imagery of like the kids after they're dead and stuff like that. But uh, yeah, but for the most part, the music and all was pretty well done too. Definitely unique with some unique string sort of sounds when they're trying to build the tension up and stuff. And also, obviously, the casting. Majority of the cast is really good in this. I really enjoyed the younger sister. She was phenomenal. I mean, the dad, Ethan Hawke, they're all good. The kid who plays the main kid, he's good most of the times. There's some scenes where it seems kind of woodenish, and especially in the beginning, it took me a little time to warm up to the way he was performing and stuff. And yeah, but overall, they all did a pretty decent job. And by the end, it was very heartwarming and stuff. And this film has quite the amusing little twist at the end, which makes you feel like you feel desperate, and when they reveal like where they're at and stuff, you feel hope and dread all at once. And yeah, it does a good job at it has a decent little twist. It's nothing huge or they try to go over the top or anything. And they kept it subtle, which is good. This is old school Scott Derrickson. Yeah, this is the his old school sort of style, and that, where it's not all about just straight horror and thriller. He does a lot of drama and emotion mixed into it. It's like sitting through the court cases in The Exorcism of Emily Rose, when you talk about how people were perceiving her and stuff like that, and you can feel the emotion from the families and the people talking about it, and that it's that sort of dark feel that he really captures, and he does that in most of his movies, which are really good. It's really good movies, anyways. the but overall, this is still a good crime thriller, with a little bit of spooky stuff. I thought it was good. It's not perfect by any means or anything. It's a little bit run of the mill and stuff, but overall, I still had a good time watching it. So I'm gonna give The Black Phone a 3.5 out of 5. So, if this sounds like something you're interested in, you haven't seen a trailer for it yet, and you want to see what I'm talking about, the trailer's linked down below, like always. Also, linked down below is my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually have the film title hashtag and subgenre film and hashtag, so you're aware of it. So follow me on there. And also, you can follow me on my Letterbox at DP Reviews. That's where I post my first diary after watching the films. So, yeah, follow me on one of those two platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And also, if you have any other films or film franchises that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And make sure you subscribe, because hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought checking it out together. And also so you can hear my opinions on recent films coming out like this, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to subscribe, because hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure. And don't forget to subscribe, and I totally forget what I say at the end. So, yeah, well, that's it for this one. Yeah, make sure you tune in next time, ring that bell, because we're going to continue on with the spooky horror theme, and because it's getting close to Halloween, so we're counting down all the scary, spooky movies, horror, thrillers, sci-fi, and Halloween favorites. I'm going to throw as many as I can before that, even though I do it throughout the year anyways. But yeah, we're specifically focusing on those and nothing else until after Halloween. So yeah, make sure you ring that bell, because the next one is going to be Jordan Peele's first horror outing, Get Out. So make sure you tune in for that one. And yeah, but in the meantime, watch out for all those crazy weirdos with black balloons kidnapping our younger kids. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.